Blood pressure, common between male and female. So what kind of policies are available for people with blood pressure? Are they eligible for critical illness policy? Or if they can have a life insurance policy without any rating? This is what we're going to look at today's episode. Hi, this is Leena Parwani and welcome back to my channel. So I continue to help you out with information which you needed, which you should have it to share with your friends or probably use for your own applications for life insurance or health insurance. So today we are looking at blood pressure related application. People with a blood pressure, can they have a critical illness policy on place? It is so hard to find out if you really have a blood pressure issue, especially with the people who have a low blood pressure. It's not so easily diagnosed. So people don't even know many years they have a blood pressure. So we're going to talk about if you know or if you don't know. So if you don't know and you're applying for life insurance policy, again, it matters if it's a large life insurance policy or is a standard life insurance policy. How does the large and the small define? Depends on the underwriting requirements. There are insurance companies who tells you, okay, this age up to $200,000 or this age up to $300,000 or probably $500,000. You don't need to produce any medical reports. So that goes under the category, and you also didn't know you have a blood pressure. It passed through the same way and you have no problem with that because you didn't ever know about that. So that you are not in a kind of a condition of non-disclosure. But if you know and you're also buying a large cover, that's where everything starts. That's where the complication probably starts. But I'm going to tell you the story for my client who was buying a $25 million life policy. And certainly the size of the policy is really important when you're buying with these health conditions. So client had a 20-year of history of blood pressure. And initially when we applied the application, the premium was rated by 3 times, 300% rating. It was certainly not affordable kind of a premium. So what do you do in that situation? That's where the expertise come in the picture. We did everything possible to bring his rating down. His lifestyle, we taken care of. What is the lifestyle he's taking care of? He was looking after his health regime every year, routine treatments, routine tests also he was doing that. We have actually produced the reports of last 5 years. Whole history of 5 years produced. So what was the BP before and how he's been able to bring it down a number of years. And it shows also that he's in a stable condition of his blood pressure. That kind of information actually support the application so solidly, we were able to bring down his rating from 300 to 100%. Very much affordable kind of a structure. Again, not all the policies are going to be rated. If you just develop this condition a year or 2 years before, again, you're low risk person with a high blood pressure or low blood pressure. It's important you disclose the information. As I always say, quality of advice depends on the quality of information which you provide. So disclose as much as you can in order to prove yourself that you have a great lifestyle, you monitor your health very well, you are not so high risk person for insurance company. So insurance company may accept you without even any kind of a rating. Another question which I usually hear from, can they buy critical illness policy? I never said that people with blood pressure, they are not eligible for critical illness policy. So don't get panic if somebody tells you, no, you cannot buy this thing. Well, if it's it's not too old BP problem for you and you are in very good condition of your health, you control it very well, you are eligible for critical illness coverage as well. Probably the insurance company say, I may not give you $1 million, but I may still give you $500,000 critical illness on place. So don't panic. You can still apply for critical illness and of course life insurance policy without any kind of a rating. So it applies to OBs as well. Even for the obese condition, it's important to know how is your lifestyle. Not all the obese applications are declined. They still are accepted with a slight rating. What's your BMI? It depends on that as well. BMI under 35 is still accepted without any kind of a rating. So give the information of your lifestyle, probably get a policy without any kind of rating. Critical illness sometimes are declined, so don't be surprised for that. But don't always think the negative side. think positive, apply with lots of information, you might be accepted. I always say that having a policy with rating is much more safer than having no policy at all. I trust this information is useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this channel so then I can continue to bring lots more information which you need to empower yourself. Please leave a comment if you had a people with blood pressure and their policy was highly rated. Share your experience with many others. If you have a blood pressure and no policy was rated, share your experience too. It's good for people who get panic. They will know that this is not something which to be worried about because your policy can be without rated as well.